Good. I'm going to give everyone a mute and then we will begin. So we'll be doing all different things with our body this morning. We'll be on all fours, we'll be standing, we'll be on our front, we'll be doing side lying. That's sort of the lay of the land in terms of our class. We will be using the broom, we will be using weights, we will be seated cross-legged. So if you need to grab a blanket or a pillow or a block, please do so. You know your body far better than I do. So if you need to modify, I trust you 100%. And we can always talk about anything after class, okay? All right, let's start moving. We don't need our weights quite yet. We're gonna get to them in a minute or two. We will begin seated with our broomstick or with our pole. So sitting cross-legged, and if sitting cross-legged doesn't work, then of course you can take your legs out or have your knees bent. Lots of options. Taking your broom out in front of you, your pole out in front of you, and we're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And you're gonna lift your shoulders up and take an inhale. And then on the exhale, the arms reach back out in front of you. And we'll do that again. Reach the arms up. And you find your spot where you can lift your shoulders up. And then your arms come back out in front and your shoulders soften, come down, they depress. And then they elevate as you reach your arms up, up, up. As well, you're opening up your heart, your chest. And then arms come back out in front. We're gonna do this one more time. Reach the arms up on a big inhale. And then exhale, arms come down. We're going to now rotate. So I'm gonna lead to the left. So I twist and twist and twist to the left. You find your end range, that's where you stop. And then come back to center. And then we'll do the same thing on the right. So we move through our torso, we move through the waist, we move through the spine, we move through the head, the eyes, and then coming back to center. We'll do that again. So we twist and twist and twist. Now this is the second time we're doing this here on the left side. So we find our end range, and then maybe is there a little bit more? Whew. And then coming back to center, taking your time. I don't know about you, but my arms and shoulders are already feeling very burny. And then we go to the right. And we twist and twist and twist, and we find our end range. And then maybe there's a little bit more. And then back to center. Reach the arms again up towards the ceiling. Allow your shoulders to lift. And now from here, take a side bend. I'm going to lead to the left. And then draw the chin back in space. And then coming back up to center. And then taking a side bend over to the right. And you feel the workspace. Well, I feel it here on the left side in my body. So maybe that's where you feel it as well in yours. And then coming back up to center. From here, extend your legs out as wide as your hips. And then we're going to take the stick, the broom, and the spine forward. So we stretch forward. The neck is long, arms are reaching, and let's reach your arms up by your ears. Whew. Then you're going to bend the elbows and bring the stick towards your collarbones. Restack the spine and lift the arms up. Yes. And then we do that again. So we reach forward. We're bending our spine forward. Neck stays long, so we're not dropping the head. And then we bend the elbows, and their elbows are wide, like we would in overhead press. We bring the stick towards our collarbones. We stack the spine. We reach up. We're gonna go one more time. We flex the spine forward. We're reaching, 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 bending the elbows. The elbows are up high. We stack the spine. We reach the stick up. We're going to take the stick over to the right side now. And maybe we can take it so far that it comes down to the floor. And then look, I got to let somebody else in, but look underneath your left armpit, okay? And just give me 1 second. Okay. So, right. Okay. So stick down, looking underneath the left armpit. And then you're going to bring the head back to center and reach the broom back up. And then we take the broom over to the left, coming down to the floor. And then you rotate through the upper body as you look underneath the right armpit. So moving through the torso, and then bringing the head back to center and reach up. So hey-oh, side body. And then again, we go over, repetition, right? So important. We take it down. We're pulling at the stick. We look underneath the right armpit. We look back to center. We come up. Last time. We go over, one end down to the floor, and then we rotate, we look underneath the right armpit, and then we bring the head, neck, and shoulders back to center, and we come up, bending the elbows in close to the side of the body, drag one foot, drag the other. Walk your feet out wider than hip width distance apart. You're gonna sway your knees and your hips. I'm gonna lead to the right, and reach the broomstick or the pole out in front of you. Yeah. Keeping your arms out in front, bringing the knees and the hips back to center. And then over to the left. Yeah. And then the knees and the hips come back to center. And we do it again. We sway to the right, snap, crackle, pop goes my hips, and then reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Let's hold here, bringing the knees and the hips back to center. Totally normal that you're shifting off of your mat. And then over to the left, reaching your arms up, and then bringing the knees and the hips back to the middle, bending the elbows in, and then taking your stick down for a moment. We're going to come back to it in just 1 second. Turn yourself around, come on to all fours. So here we are on our second plane of motion, 4-point kneeling quadruped. And we're going to do a cat cobra. So setting yourself up, knees in line with the hips, the hands a palm print away from the shoulders. And we round the spine. So the head and the tail draw down and the back ribs reach up towards the ceiling. Pause here. What could we fine tune? Could you lift your back ribs up more? Let the head become heavier. And then arch the spine so the tail reaches away from you. Now, in terms of the position of the head, this cervical nod, you're looking forward. Cervical meaning the neck, the cervical spine. And then the head goes down, so we nod the head down, we lift the back ribs up, we draw the tail down. So you're in your C shape, you're in your cat shape. What could you fine tune? And then we arch. And then we're gonna come back and find our neutral. Flex the ankles and curl the toes. So some footwork here. And we're gonna go really quick. We're gonna go back and forth. So some knee stretches here. Back and forth. Yeah, nice and quick. We're gonna go like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we layer on a piece. So we lift our knees up off of the mat in line with the ankles. From here, we walk our hands to our feet. We anchor the heels down, straightening the legs if you can. And then roll all of the way. Up and up and up. You're gonna grab a hold of your pole. So bending down, grabbing a hold of it, and then taking it in front of you. And one side is down on the floor, and then you're holding the sides of the pole or the top. Feet hip width distance apart, and you're going to lift your heels up and down. So here's some footwork. Heels go up, and heels go down. Super light grip with your hands on your stick, so you're not death gripping it. Up and down. And let's go 2 more times. Heels lift, heel raise up, and down. And then the last time, heel raise up, and down. From here, you're gonna grab a hold of your pole. And feet, again, hip width distance apart. We're gonna come into a squat. So we're gonna reach the arms out in front of you, coming deep into your squat. That's it. Can you get down a little lower? We're gonna use the stick as some feedback. So what I'm gonna do, and what you're gonna do, is you're gonna take the stick behind you. So it's along your spine. And you should feel some space between the back of the neck and the pole, and some space between the middle of your back and the pole. Yeah, and you're holding it here. And then we're gonna squat. So this really helps us find our neutral, meaning that we're not dropping the head, we're not tucking the tail. And having this stick and having this pole can help to feel for 5 and to connect. 4, and then we're gonna go like this for 3, and 2, and then 1 more time. Take your stick behind you, out in front. Feels very like, I don't know, superhero when you take it away from you. And then you're gonna take this pole back down. So one end is down, both hands are on top, and then straightening the legs. And then bending the knees, we go down, straightening the legs, we come up. 2 more times here, bending the knees, bum goes back, neck stays long, so we're not dropping the head. And then press back up. And then you're gonna go 1 more time. And back up. tip the pole towards you or the stick towards you, and then bring it in. And grab a hold of it. Reach it again, out in front. Go down into your squat. And then we're gonna take one knee to the floor. So I'm gonna lead with my right. I'm gonna take a step back, right foot, and then taking the knee to the floor, right? So that the exercise is coming down to the floor and then coming back up, hands free. And then again, we go down. Right knee touches the mat and back up. A couple more times. Down the knee gets, up, and then last time here, right knee to the mat, and then back up. From here, that right foot up to meet the left. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling, big breath in, inhale. Exhale, arms back out in front. We do the same thing with the left. So we take a step back, left foot. And I encourage you to try, right? To really be playful with this and not to play so safe. So maybe take a step back, a little bit more option, right? Because we're just being playful and we're trying. The knee goes down and the knee comes up. Kara reminded me of that in our post-class chat earlier this week. To be playful. And down. And up. And then we'll go one more time. The knee goes down. And we go up. From here, back foot up to meet the front, so left to meet the right, and then arms reach up towards the ceiling. Arms reach out in front. Taking that step back, right foot, very wobbly. Right knee goes down to the mat, and then release the right foot. Now left knee is gonna go back. Lower your arms down for a moment. Press the stick against your thighs. Turn your head to the left. And then bring the head back to center. And turn the head to the right. And back to center. Bringing the feet together, knees together, inner thighs together. And then reach the arms out in front. Think thigh stretch. So you're going to be leaning back as your arms reach forward. Zippering the heels, the knees, really feeling it in, I call it the smile line, right? That insertion point where your hamstrings and your glutes meet. And then we come back up. Imagine if you were wearing a big belt and I was pulling the belt and you're resisting it. Resisting it, resisting it. And then coming back up and up and up. We're gonna layer on, right? So we have an iteration of this. We go back and back and back into our thigh stretch. Then you're going to twist to the left. Eyes follow. Whew. Coming back to center, hold it. Could you go back an extra inch? And then we twist to the right, we rotate to the right. We come back to the middle, and then we come out of our thigh stretch. Whew. All right, so you're gonna take that stick, and now you're going to place it again on the spine. Both hands down on the mat. The worst thing that's gonna happen is the broom will roll off and you just pick it back up. From here, you're going to lower, I can't really look at the camera and do it, okay? So you're going to lower your breastbone down to the floor. So you can feel the stick come up a little closer to your head, and then you press your breastbone back up, and you're feeling less space from the back of your head and the stick. So this is scapula push-up. We go down, our arms stay straight. We press back up. So again, you have that feedback with your spine and your head against the stick. And then we press back up. And then we reach behind, grab a hold of it. Yeah, and then we're gonna take it to the side. And we'll come back to it in a moment or two. Left arm lateral flexion. So you're gonna reach that, boom, up towards the ceiling. Up, 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 up. So you're coming up into your twist. Then you're gonna take your bum to your heels and take your arm back behind you. Think big like a circle. Bum comes up, left arm in front, down to the mat, eyes follow. Like you're drawing a big rainbow. Up, bum goes back. That's a nice visual, right? And then we come up, bum comes up, reach, up and over. Let's go 2 more times. Up, and back. And then last time, up, and all of the way down with the left hand. All right, right arm, reach that up towards the ceiling so you're coming up into your twist. Gaze, look up at that right hand. Your bum goes back, your right arm goes behind you, you're looking at it. And then reaching the right arm up, hips come up, draw your big rainbow, and then the right arm down to the mat. We reach up, bum goes back, arm goes back, opening up the chest, the heart, reach, boom, forward, up, and back. And then this is the last time, hips come up, and right arm down on the mat. Flex the ankles, curl the toes, hinge the hips all of the way back, and then rock a little side to side. Yep. To the right, to the left, and to the right, and to the left. And then we'll neutralize that, and we'll come back up. Release tops of feet. Right leg extends long and away from you. Left arm in front of you. Take an inhale. On an exhale, lift your limbs. Okay, getting out of that right armpit. And now you're going to take the top of your left hand to your forehead. And you press the hand into the forehead and the forehead into the hand. You're going to bend your right knee. So your heel comes up to your bum, and then you twist to the left. Yeah, there you go, you got it. And then lengthen the leg and return the upper body back to center, but keep the hand to the forehead. And we do that again. So we bend the knee, heel to the seat, and we twist, and twist, and twist. We extend the leg and return back to center. Last time, bending the knee and twist and rotate. Option, take the left arm up towards the ceiling. Option, left hand to foot. So you're grabbing a hold. From here, you're gonna release the hand of the foot. Take it back to the forehead. Extend the leg. Return the upper body back to center. Hand to the mat. Flex the foot. Flex the ankle. 5 circles, one direction. 1, down, up, and around. 2, down, up, and around. 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction. Here we go. 1, down, up, and around for 2. Press the ground away. 3. Here we go for 4. And 5. Take the right knee in, lower it down to the mat. Hands up as you come up to high kneeling. Grab a hold of your broom, your pole. Take that back out in front of you. Okay, right hand grabs a hold of it. Left arm in front. Bow and arrow, left arm. And then back to center. We do it again. Elbow comes in, we twist, we twist, we twist. And then back to center. Last time. I said center really weird there. And then bend the left elbow. And then back to the middle. The left hand grabs a hold of your stick, right arm out in front, and then we bend the right elbow and we twist and we move into our bow and arrow here, moving through the rib cage, moving through the middle of the spine, moving through the head, and then back to center. And again, twist, rotate, and back. Last time. And back to center. Both hands hold the pole, the broomstick, and then hinge your hips all of the way back and let your head go. Take a deep breath in. Deeper breath out. Now, lower the head down. Start to round the spine as you roll up in a rounded spine. So you're coming up, up, up. You get to the top, then you arch the spine. Then you find your neutral. Take the pole towards you, bring the bottom end towards you, and then take that down to the mat. Because we gotta do right leg. Hands down on the mat. I mean left leg, right arm. That's what I mean. Okay, so you're going to extend your left leg long and away, and then reach the right arm out in front of you, getting out of the armpit, taking a deep, full inhale in. Exhale it out. Lift your limbs. Okay. So now you're going to take your right top of hand to the forehead. And you press your forehead into your hand and your hand into your forehead. Yes. Good. Now you're going to bend the knee so your heel comes to your seat. And then we twist, we rotate. We extend the leg and return the upper body back to center. We do it again. We bend the knee, heel to the seat, and then we twist and twist and twist. Extend the leg, return the upper body back to center. Okay, and now here we go again. Bending the knee, heel to the seat. We twist. Progression here. Reach the right arm up. Take the right hand to the instep of the foot. Press your foot into your hand, hand into the foot, opening up the chest, looking over the right shoulder. And then release the foot. Arm comes back, hand comes to the forehead, return to center. Foot, actually keep your foot up and take the right hand back down to the mat now. Spreading the fingers out, flex the foot, 5 circles, one direction. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, yes, 4, and 5. Check in with the head. Gaze looking forward, opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knee, take it down to the mat. Hinge the hips back, child's pose. Arms reach out in front. Now you have an option. You can take your knees out wider. Arms reach out. Rock a little side to side. Breath in and breath out. We'll neutralize that. And then again, let's practice lifting from the middle of the spine. Then lifting the head. And then taking your hips away from your heels. Bringing the hands in. And then bringing the knees in. Swing your legs around. You pick which side. Hands free. We take a seat. Okay. Swing the legs around. Come to the center of your mat. And then we're going to practice the 100 with the pole and a few other exercises with the pole here, okay? So grab a hold of your stick and you're gonna roll down, 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 down. Arms up towards the ceiling. So you have options, right? You can keep your head down, pump your arms. You can have one leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop, pump, right? Or we're gonna go all of the way up and pump. It's a different version of the 100, okay? So let's start. Arms are up towards the ceiling. So you can choose where you want to be. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Tilt the pelvis and imprint the spine. Lift one leg up to tabletop. Lift the other. We do a cervical nod. So the head comes up. We look down at the legs. Extend the legs to a 90. That's one option. Or extend to a 45. Your arms come down towards the tops of your thighs and we pump here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 50. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last cycle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bend the knees into tabletop. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Arms reach back. Head goes down. From here, sway your knees and your hips halfway to the left. So your right bum and hip is coming off of the mat. And you roll back to center. And then you go halfway to the right. And your bum comes up. And then you come back to center. One foot to the floor, followed by the other. Reach the arms up. Extend one leg long. Extend the other. I just need to scooch back on my mat a little bit. Okay. So arms are up towards the ceiling. Flex your feet. Get really heavy with the backs of your legs. Cervical nod. We lift the head up. We look down. And we lift up an extra inch. Now, we take the elbows wide. We take the stick back behind us and we lower the head down. The arms come up, the head comes up, that cervical nod. We pick the shoulder blade, the tops of the shoulder blades up off the mat. Elbows wide. We brush the stick behind us and we lower the head down. Arms up, head up, tops of shoulder blades up. We bring it in, back behind, and lower down. Last time. Up, head, look down, elbows wide, brush back behind you, and lower down. Breath in, breath out. Drag one foot up along the mat, drag the other. You're gonna have your feet pretty far away from your seat. Arms reach up towards the ceiling, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and roll up. Half roll back. So we move into that half roll back, and we hold. Not easy. Lengthen one leg out, lengthen the other. Roll all of the way down, reach the broom, the pole back behind you. Flex your feet. Now we're going to practice with your legs long, right? But know that the option to have your knees bent and feet on the floor is there. So the arms reach up, the head lifts, we look down, and we roll up. We think about that arc trajectory as we come up and up and up, and then we reach forward to stretch the spine. Again, the neck stays nice and long. The arms stay up by your ears. And then we restack the spine as we come up and up and up. We bend the elbows and we say bye-bye to the pole. And we'll come back to it a little later. Now you're gonna grab your weights and we're gonna do some side stuff. So you actually just need one. So grab one of your toning balls or soup cans or like whatever you have at home that you're using for weights. And if you don't have a weight, it doesn't matter. You can just imagine and visualize that you had one. We're gonna start on the right side. So I'm gonna come down, have your feet to the back edge of the mat. The knees are bent. And then the right elbow is down on the mat. Oftentimes what happens is we have the hand behind the ear and it's like, oh yeah, that's nice. Let's revisit that and have the hand behind the skull. And you're pressing your head up to the skull. The knees are bent, feet to the back edge of your mat. Grab a hold of your weight. So we're gonna do left arm first. So let's have the elbow right at the crease of the hip, your hip bone. And you have your weight. Okay, now you're gonna take the arm up halfway. So rotator cuff, shoulder, lats, and you come back down halfway. So it's kind of like you're opening and you're closing. And you're trying to keep that elbow right at the hip. And we come up and down. And we come up, 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 down, down, down. If this gets too much, too nervy, then you just let the weight go and you can continue to practice without it. Imagine there was a wall right behind your spine, so we can't kind of rock back. Okay, we're gonna go one more time like this. Now you're gonna reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Then from here, you're going to lift the top knee and the top foot up. You're going to extend the leg away from you as you reach your arm overhead. And then you're going to take elbow to knee. So you come in, kick the leg away, reach the arm overhead. We come in, elbow to knee, extend the leg away, reach the arm overhead. In together, out together. So big shape and small shape. We're gonna go like this 3 more times. 3, and in. And reach away for 2. I just had a really nice big hip click there. And coming in, 1 more time. Elbow to knee. Good. Now you're going to lower the weight down. Take the knee down. So you're going to take knee to knee and then foot to foot. Okay. Extend your legs out to the corner front edge of the mat. So when you look down, you can see your legs. Same setup. That left elbow is at the hip and the hand is down. So you have that feedback. You're going to lift the top leg up in line with your hip. Flex your foot, side kicks. So you're going to kick forward. You find your maximum and then a little bit more. And then you pull back, point your toes. You find your maximum, little bit more of a kick. You get really heavy with your bottom leg. And then we kick it forward. It's not a ballistic leg kick. Maximum, little bit more. And pull back, super gluing that bottom leg. A little bit more, kick forward, maximum, a little bit more, pull back, a little bit more. Last time, forward, end range, a little bit more, pull back, end range, a little bit more. Now bend your knees so you take your heel to your seat. Then you're going to bring the knee forward, extend the leg out in front, and pull back. Here is your bicycle. Bending the knee, heel to the seat, bringing forward with the leg. Kick out in front and pull back. Bend, forward, extend, and pull back. We're gonna go 1 more time. Bend, come forward, extend the leg, and pull back. Now you're gonna hold with the leg pulled back. You're gonna turn your toes down and you're gonna pulse. Ugh. Up and down. Breathe. I have to remind my face muscles to relax. And we'll go like this 3 more times. For 3, 2, and 1. Return the foot to parallel. Take that top leg back to meet the bottom leg. Bend the knees so your feet come to the back edge of the mat. And then from here, we're going to practice a 1-arm push-up. It always sounds worse than what it is. We lower the head down. You're like, thank God. Okay. So now from here, you're going to lift your head up away from the right bicep. You take your right hand to your left shoulder. Left hand stays down to the floor. And you press yourself up and up and up. And then that right hand comes down to the floor. We walk it in and we switch. So I'm just going to change the position of the head and the feet, or the head and the legs, and then have your weight close to you, right? Okay, so we come down, knees bent, feet to the back edge of the mat. And again, you set up your hands so it's not so much at the ear, it's to the back of the head. You grab a hold of your weight. You set it up so you have your elbow right at your hip. And then from here, we open halfway and we come down halfway. And we come up and we come down. And one arm will be different than the other, depending on if you are right-handed or left-handed, depending on if you're working through a shoulder thing, depending on how you slept last night, like a whole bunch of different things. Again, going back to that mindset of being playful and being curious as we go up and down. Let's go 4 more times here. Up 4 and back down. Take your time. Up for 3, and down, and then up for 2. And then this last time like this. And 1. Reach the arm up. Lift the knee, lift the foot up in line with your hip. Now you're going to extend the leg out long and reach the arm overhead. You're going to take elbow to knee as you come in together and then reach away. Elbow to knee, coming in, reach the leg away, reach the arm overhead. Pull back in together, out and away. Flex the foot. Smaller shape, bigger shape, smaller shape, and bigger shape. We'll go one more time like this, where we come in, and let's hold. So the elbow comes down, the weight comes down, and then we'll take knee to knee and foot to foot. Extend the legs out on a diagonal, right? So that when you look down, you can see your legs. Taking that elbow again at the hip and then the hand down. Pretty much like right at the belly button. Oftentimes I see the hand here or the hand here. So having that position I find helps to keep the hips stacked as well. Okay, so we're gonna lift that top leg up in line with the hip. Here comes our side kick. So we kick forward. Okay, you're like, okay, that's my end range. Then is there a little bit more? Yep, cool. Then you pull back. You're gonna point your toes. You find that hip extension. You find a little bit more and kick back. Then you're gonna go forward, right? Not ballistic. And then a little bit more and pull back. A little bit more, kick forward, a little bit more, pull back. You have an option if you want to point your toes and find a little bit more, keeping that elbow at the hip, and then kick, a little bit more, and pull back, getting really heavy and connected as well with that bottom leg. And then we're gonna come forward. This is gonna be the last time like this. Find that little bit more and pull back. Now from here, you're gonna turn your toes down and you're going to pulse. Up and down, up and down. Turning at the ankle, the knee, and the hip. So it's all connected. And we'll go like this for 3, 2, and 1. The foot comes back to parallel. You're gonna bend the knee and take your heel to your seat. Then you bring the knee forward, you kick the leg forward, and you pull the leg back. Bending at the knee, the heel comes to the seat. The knee comes forward, kick, it's your reverse bicycle, and pull back. Bend, heel to the seat. We go forward, the spine flexes, leg extends, pulling back, bending at the knee, forward, kick, and pull. We're gonna go 2 more times. Bend, bringing the knee forward, kick the leg, pull the leg, bend the knee, heel to the seat, forward, kick, and pause with the legs, or with the legs stacked in front of the bottom, and then lower down, down, down. Bend the knees, your heels come to your seat. Lower the arm down, lower the head down. You also take a lot off of that arm and that shoulder. Take a breath in, get it all out. Lift the head up away from the bottom arm. Now the left hand comes to the right shoulder, right hand to the floor, and you press yourself up and up and up. And then that left hand comes down to the ground. Come on up to now, high kneeling. And we're gonna take that side kick that we just did, now sideline. Pardon me, toe kneeling. So you're gonna reach your arms out to the side. Right hand comes down to the floor. Left leg kicks out. Now, you wanna check in. Take your left foot to the floor for a second. Check in, make sure that right knee is right behind, or the right foot is right behind the knee. So it's not sort of off to the side, okay? Arm up towards the ceiling, and then take the hand back behind the head. Press the head back, and lift the leg up in line with the hip. From here, kick forward, 1, 2, and you pull back, 1, 2. Kick, forward a little bit more, and pull back a little bit more. Forward a little bit more, pull back a little bit more. Last time, forward a little bit more, pull back a little bit more. Now, flex the foot, bend the knee, and pulse here up and down. Keep pressing that head back. I find having the hand back behind the head helps to keep the head from like bobbing around. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg, lower it down to the ground. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling, and then press yourself back up. The arms come in, left leg comes in. Okay, right leg out to the side, arms, left hand comes down, lift the leg, lower it down a second, check in, okay, left foot, direct shot behind the knee, okay, getting out of that armpit, right hand behind the head, pressing the head back, and lift the leg. Flex the foot, we kick forward, we find the end, range a little bit more. We point the toes, we pull back, we find end, a little bit more. We kick forward, a little bit more. Pull back, a little bit more. Forward, a little bit more. Pull back, a little bit more. Last time, kick forward, a little bit more. Pull back, a little bit more. Bending the knee, pressing the head to the back. Good. And then we're gonna pulse. Up and down, We're gonna go like this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg, lower it down. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, and then press yourself back up. Arms comes down, right leg comes in. Find your pole. Reach out in front of you. I'm going to take a step forward, left foot. Yeah. From here, reach the arms up. Take a side bend to the right. Feeling that side body. Whew. And then coming back up. And then side bend over to the left. And then we come back up. Keeping the arms where they are. Can you take the left knee, the left foot? Whoa. Back behind. Almost didn't make it there. Right foot, big step forward. Wouldn't be the first time that I've completely fallen. But again, it's playful, right? Okay, side bend. Let's go to the left first. And then coming right back to center. Side bend over to the right. And then coming back to center. From here, taking that right knee and right foot back. Bringing your elbows wide so the stick or your broom comes towards your collarbones. You're going to take your bum to your heels as your arms reach out in front. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling as you lift your bum up off of your heels. Wide with the arms, bum goes back, arms in front, lift. Yes. Wide, bum goes back, arms go forward and up. Last time. From here, stick down to the floor. Back to all fours. Round the spine. And arch. And then last time, round and arch. Coming back up to high kneeling, this is our last and final exercise. Let's take hands to shoulders. And then really big elbow circles, arm circles, up and back. And then we'll go one more time like this. And then taking the arms down or the elbows down, but keep your hands on your shoulders and just side bend to one side and allow your head to kind of bob down now. And then coming back up and then side bend over to the other side and let your head bob down. And then we come back up. The elbows go wide. And then imagine as if you were canoeing or kayaking. So those elbows are moving. The spine is moving. You're twisting. Maybe your bum can go back towards your heels. And you're getting closer to the ground and further away from the ground. And your head is moving down and up. Yeah. And then can you change direction? Which is, for me, always a doozy. Yeah. Thank yourself for taking this time out of your morning. I know this has been a really extra heavy week. And so taking this time out of your morning to move your body, so important. You could have been anywhere for this hour, but you chose to be here. From the bottom of my heart to yours, I thank you so much. And then we'll pause, arms come down, reach the arms up, take space, big breath in, inhale, exhale, make a sound.